If you could start an MSP today, what would you do?
I think this is something I see happening in the next few years, but it's probably introducing a new type of service provider. I like to call it an MAIP, or a managed AI provider. I think this is going to be a business as more and more customers are asking for AI tools to be built within their business, and they want to leverage more AI tools. You're going to see the birth of these new service providers that heavily invest in data scientists, enterprise architects, even legal resources to really take the time and understand those end customer requirements, not only to help them build that initial AI requirement, but also kind of handhold them and transition them as that AI tool develops within their business.
I think that the traditional MSP business model, particularly in Australia and New Zealand, of doing help desk, NOC services, RMM, etc., like that value proposition is heavily diminished. Like the modern day tech user is much more proficient than they ever have been. What I think there's 2 to 3 different models. One is, and you need to pick a lane. You need to pick a lane in terms of becoming a business expert in a particular vertical or area of specialization, or you need to become a technical expert. And it's going really deep in either one of those. And that is going to allow you to have an articulated value proposition.
I think going back to what are you really good at and what do you love doing and who are you best to do it with, you've got to play for your strengths and then just focus on that. So there are going to be people that are more specialised MSPs, so they're not all infrastructure. So I think the MSP of 3 or 4 years ago looks very different to what they look like today to what they're going to be in 2 or 3 years' time. Mm-hmm. And so you've got to look ahead. And you know, if you use something like the EOS for running your business, and they talks about that longer term vision, and then what is at your core, what are you great at and love doing and doing with who? Build that out first. See if you can niche, you know, be a specialist in something, because if you can be a niche player, it's harder for other people to say that they are your competitor.
I wouldn't start an MSP. I would start an MSSP, focusing on serving the crypto industry. The number of hacks over the last 2 years is quite massive. We have a blockchain arm based in Hong Kong serving more than 25 countries, and the number of hacks we saw is quite massive. So if you are an MSP or MSP, try to focus on the blockchain industry or anything decentralized.
If I was doing an MSP right now, streamline my stack, direct debit only, centralize my services under one model, and be the best at what I can at where I'm at.